Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, where we are thrilled to discuss the future of component based theming in Drupal, exploring twig and parent libraries, with you in association with Valleybound, your partner in digital excellence. I am Kunal Saho, and I'll be your host for this session. So, before we dive into this exciting world of component based theming in Drupal, let me take a moment to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kunal Sahu, and I'm a software development engineer with having a bachelor's degree of computer applications. With almost a year of experience in this industry, I'm passionate about creating innovative solutions and delivering seamless user experiences. I'm delighted to kick off today's webinar by introducing you to Valleybound. Valleybound is a leading full-service digital agency that stands out in the industry for our specialization in Drupal development and our unique ability to harness the power of cloud infrastructure. At Valleybound, we believe in harnessing the power of cloud infrastructure to unlock the true potential of Drupal. And as an AWS advanced partner, we possess recognized expertise in AWS, enabling us to deliver cutting edge solutions and seamless integration with cloud technology. Our comprehensive range of services caters to the diverse needs of our client. We provide end-to-end solution including design, development, maintenance, support for enterprise web solutions. Our team of experts is committed to delivering exceptional outcomes that drive your digital success. With a proven track record, we have successfully delivered high quality and scalable Drupal solution to the client worldwide. Our focus on quality and innovation has earned us the trust of organizations seeking reliable and impactful web solutions. Innovation is at the core of our DNA. We are dedicated to driving digital transformation throughout Drupal, pioneering solutions that empower our clients to stay ahead in the today's rapidly evolving digital landscape. By exploring emerging technologies, we will ensure that you are equipped with latest tools and strategies. At Valleybound, customer satisfaction is our top priority. We place our clients at the center of everything we do, striving to exceed our expectations and building long lasting partnerships. We work closely with you, understanding your unique needs and delivering tailored solutions that align with you and your business goals. Now, let's turn our attention to today's agenda, where we'll explore the following topics. Well, we'll start by understanding the importance of theming in Drupal and why a modern approach is necessary. We'll also explore the concept of component based theming, discussing its benefits and how it promotes reusability and modularity. We'll delve into Twig, a powerful template engine in Drupal, and discuss its advantages over the traditional PHP based theming system. We'll also take a deep dive into the pattern libraries, also known as design systems, and understand how they enhance component based theming in Drupal projects. We'll also explore Drupal modules that facilitate component based theming and their integration with pattern libraries. We'll also discuss emerging trends and future directions in the component based theming, as well as provide a summary of the key points covered in the webinar. By the end of this webinar, you'll have a clear understanding of how component-based theming powered by Twig and pattern libraries can transform your Drupal project, improve developer workflows, and enhance the user work experience. So without a further ado, let's dive right in and explore the future of component-based theming in Drupal. But before we dive into the specifics, let's take a moment to understand why theming is essential and why exactly is there a need of modern approach. Let me tell you. Here's why. There are five key reasons, starting with branding and consistency, efficiency and developer productivity, user experience and engagement, adaptability and scalability, accessibility and inclusivity. Now let us take a time and understand each of these key factors in detail, starting with branding and consistency. So theming is not just about aesthetics. It's more than just aesthetics. क्या हो रहा है यार? So theming is more than just aesthetics. It plays a crucial role in establishing a visual identity and reinforcing your brand. In Drupal theming, allows organizations to create unique and memorable user experiences that align with their brand guidelines. Consistency across different sections and the pages of a website is vital for a brand recognition and a cohesive user experience. Themes ensure that your site design elements such as colors, typography, and imagery remains constant and consistent throughout the entire site. Next on, understanding user experience and engagement is really important. While good theming enhances the user experience and encourages engagement, a well designed theme takes into account user expectation, intuitive navigation, and user friendly layouts, making it easier for visitors to navigate and interact with the website. Engaging themes can capture users' attention, evoke positive emotions, and create a long lasting impression. By focusing on the user expression, experience, theming can significantly impact user satisfaction and increase engagement on Drupal site. Talking about efficiency and Drupal developer productivity, a modern theming approach improves developer productivity and efficiency. Component based theming, for example, promotes code reusability, modularity. By breaking down your website into reusable components, developer can build and maintain themes more efficiently. Additionally, the introduction of Twig as a template engine in Drupal simplifies the theming process and enhances Drupal developer experience. Twig enforces a strict separation of concerns between the markup and the logic, making themes easier to read, maintain, and debug. Now, talking about accessibility and inclusivity, accessibility is a fundamental aspect of modern theming. It ensures that your website is usable by all individuals, regardless of their disabilities or impairments. Drupal theming ecosystem supports accessibility standards, enabling you to create inclusive digital experiences for all users. By adopting an accessible theming approach, you demonstrate a commitment to inclusivity and accessibility, reaching a broader audience and enhancing the overall usability of your Drupal site. One of the main key factor and is adaptability and scalability. Websites and application evolve over time, requiring updates, redesigns, and scalability. A modern theming approach allows for easy adaptation to changing requirements. By adopting component-based theming and using pattern libraries, you can quickly update, expand, or redesign your Drupal site without starting from scratch. This adaptability and scalability ensures that your website remains relevant, functional, and visually appealing as your business needs and your user expectation. Overall, theming is a crucial aspect of Drupal development. It enables branding, enhances user experiences, and ensures accessibility, improves the developer productivity, allows for adaptability and scalability. By embracing a modern theming approach, such as component based theming and utilizing tools like Twig, pattern libraries, uh, you can elevate your design, visual design, functionality, and maintainability of your Drupal project. So, in the previous section, we have discussed the importance of theming in Drupal. Now, let's dive into the concept of component based theming and explore its benefits in detail. So, what exactly is this component based theming? Component based theming is an approach that focuses on breaking down the design of a website into smaller self-contained units called components, and each component represents a specific UI element such as navigation bar, a slider, or a cart. So these components are modular, reusable, and can be combined to create complex layouts and interfaces, obviously. So this approach promotes a more systematic and a structured way of building themes, isn't it? So you know, when since this component-based theming is having a modular approach and it's having reusability, so these are some of the benefits of key benefits of using a component-based theming. you know if I have to talk about component based theming, it provides it promotes reusability, allowing you to create a library of components that can be used across multiple projects. This saves development time and effort, as you can leverage the existing components rather than reinventing the wheel for every new project, right? By encapsulating UI elements into self-content components, it becomes easier to manage and update specific parts of your website without impacting the entire theme. So this modularity improves maintainability, as changes made into one component won't have unintended consequences on the other parts of the theme. Coming under consistency, component-based theming ensures consistency in a design and a user experience throughout a Drupal site. Since components are reused across various pages and sections, any updates or changes made to a component automatically propagate throughout the entire site, maintaining the visual consistency. Now, let's understand that how can we actually implement this component-based theming in Drupal. So, in Drupal, component-based theming can be achieved through various methodologies and tools. One of the popular approach is leveraging Drupal's template system along with CSS methodology like the BEM or the block element modifier, or you can also use the scalable and modular architecture for CSS. Using Drupal's template system, you can create individual template files for each component and then combine them to form a complete page. This allows you for a granular approach to theming, where each component can be designed and styled independently. Now, additionally, Drupal modules like component libraries or MLC5 provide frameworks and best practices for implementing component-based theming in Drupal. These modules facilitate organization management and integration of components in Drupal theming. Component based theming is a powerful approach that promotes reusability, modularity, and consistency in Drupal theming. By breaking down designs into a components, developers can save time, improve maintainability, and create more consistent user experiences. Now, what is Twig? The Twig is a very flexible, fast, and secure template engine used in Drupal. It provides a simplified and intuitive syntax for generating dynamic HTML, making it easier for developers to create and manage templates. One of the key advantages of Twig is strict separation of concerns. Like, it enforces a clear distinction between the markup, like the HTML, and the logic, that's PHP, ensuring cleaner and more maintainable code. Right. So let's now try to understand the key features and benefits of Twig. So there are majorly three different key features, or I may say benefits, which is expressive templating, security of performance. Let's discuss about expressive templating. So Twig offers a rich set of features such as conditionals, loops, filters, macros, enabling developers to create dynamic and reusable templates. We'll look into it further ahead. Security. Twig provides built-in security features such as auto-escaping, which helps prevent common security vulnerabilities like cross-site scripting, right? And performance, of course, Twig templating caching mechanism enhances performance by storing compiled templates, reducing the need for repetitive parsing and rendering. Now, how do we integrate Twig theming and component-based system? Let's have a look at it. So, Twig aligns perfectly with the principle of component-based theming. Its modular nature always allows developers to build and render individual components, which can then be easily reused across different templates and layouts. With Twig, you can create component specific templates, enabling granular control over the rendering and the styling of each component. This promotes code reusability, modularity, and consistency across the Drupal theme. Additionally, Drupal modules like libraries, MLC Pack provide frameworks that that are best practices for implementing the component-based theming in Drupal. So, and of course, when you're using Twig, it can save your time, improve the maintainability, create more consistent user experiences. Now, in this particular segment, we had discussed the concept of component-based theming and its benefits. Now, let's dive into the critical component of this approach: the understanding the benefits of and the best practices and tips of twig. In this segment, we will delve into some best practices and tips for working with Twig in component-based theming. These practices will help you to write clean, efficient, and maintainable Twig templates codes. Uh, Consistent and readable syntax, efficient variable usage, proper use of filters and function, and conditional rendering are such best practices and methods through which we can use Twig efficiently. Let's delve into each one of them and understand what's good and what's bad. So, consistency in syntax is crucial for code readability and maintainability. Use of a consistent indentation style, such as two spaces or four spaces, throughout your twig template, breaking complex expressions into multiple lines for better readability. Use of appropriate white space and line breaks to separate logical sections of the code. This is what consistent and readable syntax looks like. In this code snippet that I have given, we have an example that demonstrates the difference between a bad and a good coding practice when using multiple conditions in a twig template. The bad example shows all the conditions written on a single line, making it difficult to read and understand. This can lead to errors and make code less maintainable. It becomes challenging to identify each individual condition and comprehend the purpose. On the other hand, if you look at the good example, it presents a cleaner and more readable approach. Each condition is written on a separate line and with the end operator aligned for clarity. This formatting style improves the code readability and makes it easier to grasp the logic at glance, and allows for easier modification and debugging if needed. By following the good example, developers can enhance the maintainability and understandability of their Twig template, making it easier for themselves and others to work with the code base. Now let's look at how the efficient variable uses come into play. Minimize the number of variable lookups by assigning frequently used variables to local variables. This reduces the overhead of the repeated variable and lookups and improves the performance. In this code snippet, we have an example that demonstrates the difference between a bad and a good coding practice when accessing and displaying user data in Twig template. The bad example shows the direct access and display of user properties like name, email, and role using the dot annotation, within the template. While this may work, it can lead to code duplication and reduce flexibility. If the user object is used in multiple times, accessing in properties directly in the template can result into repetitive code and potential maintenance issues. In the good example, we follow a better practice by assigning each user property a separate variable using the percentage set statement. This technique helps improve code organization and readability. By storing the user properties in individual variables, we can reuse them throughout the template without repeating the access to the original product, right? After assigning the properties to the variable, we can then use the variable user underscore name or user underscore role or user underscore role in the template to display corresponding user information. This approach promotes code reusability, reduced redundancy, and access enhances maintainability. By following the good example, developers can create more organized and flexible Twig template, making it easier to manage and update the code base in the long run. Now, if you look at the proper use of filters and function to leverage Twig filters and functions to perform operations or modify data within your templates. So, however you use them judiciously and avoid complex operation or a heavy processing directly within the templates, as it can cause problem. More complex logics to process functions or custom Twig extension for better maintainability. So if I explain you this code snippet, we have an example that illustrates the difference between a bad and a good coding practice. While applying multiple twig filters to modify a variable, the bad example demonstrates applying multiple filters directly to the post.title variable within the template. In case the truncate filter is used to limit the length of the title to 50 characters, and the upper filter is then applied to convert the title into uppercase, right? While this approach might work, it can make the code less readable and harder to maintain, right? Especially when more filters or modifications are involved. In the good example, we follow each better practice by assigning the result of each filter to separate variable using the percentage set statement. For a first, the truncate filter is applied to the post or title and stored in the truncated title variable. Then the upper filter is applied to the truncated title in a separate line. This approach enhances code organization and readability, making it easier for to understand the purpose of filter and modification. Right, by using variables to store the result of each filter, we can also use or manipulate the data more flexibly throughout the template if needed. Overall, the good example promotes code clarity, maintainability, and reusability, making it easier to understand and modify to a template that involve multiple filters or modification. Now let's understand what's conditional rendering. So conditional statements are to control the rendering of elements based on specific condition. This allows you to create dynamic templates that adapt to different scenarios. So let's look at the code snippet now. In this code snippet, we have a conditional statement written in a twig that checks the value of show header variable. The purpose of this code is to conditionally display a header section in an element template based on the value of show header, right? So if statement is a conditional construct in twig that allows to execute a block of code only if a specified condition evaluates to true, right? uh, in this case, the condition being evaluated is show header. If the value of the show header is true or truly, the code within the if block will be executed. Inside the block, we have the HTML markup for the header section represented by the header tag, and its contents. This is where you would typically include the logo, navigation menu, or on other hand related elements. If the value of the show header is false or falsy, the code within the if block will be skipped and the header section will not be rendered in the final input. By using this conditional statement, you can dynamically control the visibility of the header section in your template based on the value of the show header variable. This provides flexibility in the customizing experiences and behavior of templates based on specific condition of your business logic. Following these best practices and tips will help you write clean, efficient, and maintainable Twig template in your component-based theming workflow. Consistency in syntax and efficient variable usage, proper use of filters and functions, and the conditional rendering are all key factors of optimizing your Twig templates. If I have to say, twig plays a pivotal role in component based theming, providing a powerful and flexible template engine for Drupal. By leveraging twig's expressive syntax and modular approach, you can enhance reusability and modularity and consistency of our Drupal themes. In the upcoming segment, we will explore the use of pattern libraries and other valuable tool in the modern theming landscape. uh, in this upcoming theme, we will explore uh, the pattern libraries and the role in the component based theming. We'll discuss the benefits of using pattern libraries in Drupal projects and explore popular tools like pattern lab or fractal or storybook. I'll tell you what all are those. So what exactly is pattern library, right? So pattern libraries are collections of reusable UI components and design patterns. They serve as a central repository for documenting, building, and managing components in a systematic and consistent way. Pattern libraries play a crucial role in component-based theming by promoting reusability, modularity, and scalability. They enable teams to create, maintain a shared language of design and development, ensuring consistency across the Drupal projects. Now let's have a look on the benefits of using those pattern libraries. So pattern libraries ensure consistent visual styles, okay, in interaction patterns and code structure throughout the Drupal project. They can save development time by providing pre-built, tested, and reusable components. Pattern libraries facilitate collaboration between designers and the developers. They establish a shared vocabulary and a visual reference that enhances communication and alignment between team members. Scalability and maintenance. So by modularizing UI components, pattern libraries make it easier to update, expand, and maintain the Drupal project. Changes made in the pattern library propagate across all instances, ensuring consistency and reducing the risk of errors. So now let's look into the popular pattern library tools that we have. So Pattern Lab is one such tool, Fractal Storybook. So, what exactly is Pattern Lab? It's a very powerful pattern library tool that provides a framework for building atomic design system. It allows you to, create and organize components in atomic hierarchy, from atoms to molecules and organisms and templates. These are used in pattern labs. However, I'll be providing you additional resources material that will be that you can go through and understand pattern lab. Since pattern lab is a huge concept, it cannot be covered in a single video. Looking on to the other one, which is Fractal. Fractal is another popular tool for building and documenting component libraries. It provides a flexible and extensible platform for organizing, previewing, and testing components, making it ideal for large-scale products. Storybook is widely used tool for developing for documenting UI components in isolation. It allows you to build and showcase components in different states and variations, making it easier to test and review components, right? So pattern lev, if I have to say, pattern lev are a crucial component based theming, crucial, very crucial component of component based theming in Drupal. They provide a systematic approach to building, documenting, and managing UI components, enhancing consistency, collaboration, scalability, all such other benefits I can say for using those pattern library tools. By using popular pattern library tools like Pattern Lab, Fractal, or Storybook, you can streamline the process of creating and maintaining UI components in your in your Drupal projects. Now, uh, you know let's since we explored pattern libraries and their role in component based theming, along with the benefits, now let's explore and some popular Drupal modules that facilitate components based theming and integrate pattern libraries into Drupal projects. So, if I have to say, component libraries module is one such module, which is which is highly useful, and it's a very powerful tool, okay, for managing, utilizing components in Drupal. It allows you to define and organize your components within the Drupal's files structure. With the component libraries module, you can register your components, specify their templates and associated CSS or JavaScript files, and easily include them in your Drupal themes. This module promotes reusability and modularity by providing a centralized location for managing and rendering components. Another such module that is widely used is Emulsify module. It's another excellent choice for implementing component-based theming in Drupal. It seamlessly integrates with popular front-end tools like Pattern Lab or Fracture. Emulsify offers a comprehensive suite of features, including pattern library integration and starter themes, twig extension, robust theming workflow. It allows you to build, document, and maintain a pattern library within your Drupal project, facilitating collaboration and consistency between designers and developers. Now, the most popular tools are Drupal Bootstrap, which is widely used base theme that provides a solid foundation for building component-based Drupal themes. It leverages popular Bootstrap framework, embraces a component-driven approach to theming. Drupal Bootstrap includes a wide range of pre-built UI components such as navigation bars, buttons, modals, and more. These components can be easily customized and integrated within your Drupal theme, ensuring consistency and responsiveness across the devices. You know, in this coming to the final segment, let's discuss some emerging trends and future directions in component-based theming, as well as let's try to summarize the key points that we have covered in this particular webinar. If we have to look at the emerging trends, you know, in the component-based theming. So, component-based theming is continuously evolving, and several emerging trends are shaping its future. integration with front end frameworks. As as front end frameworks like React, Vue.js, Angular gain popularity, we can expect to see tighter integration with these frameworks and component based theming approaches. This integration will enable Drupal themers to leverage the capabilities and efficiency of these frameworks while maintaining flexibility and extensibility of Drupal. Design tokens. So design tokens such as color palettes, typography, style, spacing units are becoming essential in component-based theming. By abstracting this using uh, design decisions into reusable tokens, themers can ensure consistency and facilitate design scalability. Now, will also have to understand that what are the impact of new technologies and frameworks. So these new technologies and frameworks are consistently emerging, and they have a potential to reshape the landscape of Drupal theming. Web components are a set of web platform APIs provide a standard for creating reusable UI components that can work across different frameworks and platforms. The adoption of web components in Drupal theming can further enhance interoperability and code reusability. There are static site generators such as Gatsby or Jekyll are gaining popularity for building performance scalable websites. The combination of static sites generator with component-based theming allows for faster and efficient rendering of components, improving overall site performance. Now, let's talk about the key takeaways from this particular webinar. Throughout this webinar, we have explored the importance of Drupal theming and the need for a modern approach. We discussed the benefits of component-based theming, the role of twig in this, the role of twig in this approach, integration of pattern libraries in Drupal project. Also highlighted the popular Drupal modules such as component libraries, Emulsify, Drupal Bootstrap that facilitates, the component-based theming and shared real-world examples of their successful implementation. Also, we have looked into the benefits, the do's and don'ts while we are following twig templating. What are the do's? Why should we use why should we use the local variables? Why should we use conditions? All such things we have discussed in this webinar. So we'll have to remember to leverage the power of component-based theming, twig, and pattern libraries to enhance reusability, modularity, and consistency in our Drupal projects. I've also shared some additional resources, to further explore and deepen our knowledge on component-based theming in Drupal. I recommend checking out the official documentation of Drupal and its theming, which I'll attach in the comment section. You can also find the valuable tutorials, blog, and community forums on Drupal.org and other online resources that provides practical insights and best practices for component-based theming. Here are a few additional resources that are my fine picked, which I use frequently. The Git uh, Git repo that I have shared is an absolute helpful one because it has almost everything, every resource that you want related to. If you're starting with Storybook, Fractal, or anything, it'll give you an immense knowledge on that. There are certain blogs that we have posted on our Valleybound site. Make sure to check that out. You can also look onto the patternlab.io/resources for more resources and understanding how pattern lab works. Now coming towards the conclusion of it, uh, component-based theming in Drupal offers a modern and efficient approach to building reusable and modular theming. By embracing this approach, leveraging Twig and integrating pattern libraries, you can enhance your theming workflow and create consistent and scalable user interfaces. As the Drupal communities continues to evolve and embrace emerging trends and technology, component-based theming will remain a powerful and an essential practice for creating exceptional Drupal websites. Last but not the least, I want to thank you all for joining us today and learning more about the future of component-based theming in Drupal, exploring the twig and pedal libraries. If you have any questions or would like to explore how we can assist you further, please feel free to reach out to us in the comment section. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.